Working Together Toward Future Success. The following video features individuals seated in an office conference room speaking to the camera about their experiences with the Massachusetts Commission for the Blind, or MCB. They are each talking about the subject of working together toward future success and how MCB Vocational Rehabilitation, or VR, works with students ages 14 to 22 to prepare for life after graduation. Speakers include, in order, Lynn Shortis, teacher of visually impaired students; Mayanne McDonald-Briggs, MCB VR counselor; Sarah Regan, parent of 2 MCB clients; Brendan Foley, teacher of visually impaired students; Elena Regan, MCB client.
A lot of my students are classified as legally blind and registered with the commission really as infants or very early on. So the children's worker starts off with them, and then there's just a nice smooth transition into the voc rehab piece once they turn 14.
At 14, they're supposed to be invited to their own IEP, and they're supposed to write their own vision statement of what they want. There's a transition planning form that's supposed to be created between either a school personnel or the teacher of the visually impaired and the student. So kind of starting there and just like, this is your voice, this is your time to ask for what it is that works best for you. And just reminding students all the time that like, your voice is the most important voice.
I know that both of them would do a presentation to their teachers at the beginning of most school years where they put together a PowerPoint and went through and explained, this is what Stargarts is, and this is what I need, and this is the technology that I use.
Establishing the relationship early on with Mass Commission for the Blind and maintaining that relationship, keeping them in the know of what the student is doing, any struggles they have, any positives they have.
They're going to hold the kid to a certain GPA and provide financial assistance to keep them in school. You're looking to produce a student who's confident and capable, and the confidence aspect isn't always going to happen in the classroom. So that's community experiences. That's getting Mass Commission for the Blind involved and getting them in the community with camps and other things and recreation, which is very important.
I started off doing summer camps at Carroll Kids, and that was like my first time meeting other blind people, and I was 10 or 11. And then over time, I got put in contact with the Polis Center. They do a lot of like career exploration work where I got to go to different job sites, learn about all sorts of different careers, and actually have some internships, which were really important for me in kind of determining what I want to do with my life.
These questions around what do you want to do? How do you see yourself working? And opportunities to gain skills along the way, build a resume, has been really critical, I think, for them.
Once they leave my care or my services, if you will, it's going to be Mass Commission that's going to be helping them through their adult years and their working years.
More recently, I've transitioned to adult services, and we're really focused on how to get me through this next 4-year period of college and then on to be employed in the future.
During the high school years, we wanted to make sure that we took advantage of everything so that would set them up with as many services and skills to be able to enter that next phase. And I feel like they do have the skills and the know-how so that they won't be held back by their vision impairment.
Live your life to the fullest extent that you can, and don't look down on yourself and your abilities, because you're just as successful and important as everybody else in the world.
To learn more about and contact the Massachusetts Commission for the Blind, find them online at mass.gov or call 800-392-6450.